All right, everybody. So last night the Knights lost, of course, against the Colorado Avalanche. I didn't film last night because I got kind of preoccupied with some family things and just kind of doing some things like that. And I was speaking to our good friend of the show, my good friend and good friend of the show, I should say, Oscar Josue Montiel. You can check out his channel. I will post a video of one of his latest videos, and you guys can check him out. And he said, be positive, things like that. So I'm gonna be as positive as I can. I'm not gonna be screaming like I was going to in the video had I filmed it last night. But let's get to this. So, the Knights played an abysmally awful game. I mean, they played terrible against the Kings. Remember, they lost 3-1 and lack of energy and passion. Times that times a million. Okay, they lost a pretty good amount. I think it was like 5-1. So the Knights are now 22-8-1. And the Avs are now tied with the Golden Knights at 45 points, so they're tied for first place. Mark Andre Fleury is now at 16-8-0. He is now 2-3 against the Avs. Wow. So, okay. He had 27 saves against them last night. Now let's go to the first period where the Knights scored their only goal. It was the only time at 40 seconds into the game. Max Pacioretty scored a goal against them, and he was assisted by Mark Stone and Alec Martinez. That's 1-0. That is the last time you'll ever see a goal in this game from the Golden Knights. Now we go to the second period. At 2 minutes and 8 seconds, there was a 2-minute penalty given to Thomas Nosek for tripping Ryan Graves. And then at 4 minutes and 4 seconds, Jonas Donskoy answered back by scoring on the power play, scoring power play goal. And he did that with the help of Devin Taves and Samuel Gerard. I'm sorry about that. 1-1, and they tied it. Okay. Let me just so they tied it there, and I'm sorry, David Perron will come up in the future, and so we will see him there. At 9 minutes and 15 seconds, they answered again with JT Compher scoring a goal, and that went 2-1 Colorado. Then at 12 minutes and 37 seconds, because the Knights just could not defend the freaking net, Cale Makar scored a goal against the Golden Knights with the help of Logan O'Connor and Gabriel Landeskog. That is now 3-1 Colorado. And then because they just couldn't stop effing up, at 15 minutes and 41 seconds, Gabriel Landeskog, who just assisted our last guy, Cale Makar, he scores a goal with the help of Mikko Rantanen, I think is how you say his name, and Cale Makar, making it 4-1 Colorado. If that wasn't enough of a beating, let's go to the third period. I'm just going to go through this as quickly as I can because it's... At 3 minutes and 54 seconds... At 3 minutes and 54 seconds, Pierre-Edouard Bellemare he scores a goal, and he was assisted by JT Compher, who had just scored, and that made it 5-1 Colorado. Now at 14 minutes and so now there was another kind of goal interference type thing. Let me fix something. Okay. We go to 4 minutes and 36 seconds. 14 minutes and 36 seconds. Nick Raw, quote unquote, scores a goal, but then the play was called an offside and no goal by the referee. So there was a chance for the Knights to get some energy, get some momentum, and come back and win. Now, the Knights were outshot 2-1. They only had about 18 shots. I think it was St. Louis or the Golden Knights It was St. Louis or the LA Kings, where I'm pretty sure it was St. Louis, who had only scored 19 shots and the Knights had scored like 29 or something like that, or 30. Shot 39 times. This is abysmal. Abysmal. They had the Knights hung up, strung up. This is what I said on the group page last night. If the Knights cannot play against the Avalanche and they cannot win, then when they're going against the Tampa Bay Lightning and they're going against the Chicago Blackhawks and they're going against the Calgary Flames, there's no way in hell they're going to be able to get to the playoffs, let alone hold them off, let alone if they get to the playoffs, withstand the playoffs. This was a failure by the Las Vegas Golden Knights, and there's no excuse here. The offense was just god-awful. I commend the Colorado Avalanche because they really knew how to defend their net, and they defended it well. Did they let it go through? Sure, but Philip Grubauer was on his game, on the money. Look, Mark Andre Fleury was too. He cannot defend the net all by himself. But when and this is where I think Robin Lehner is too. When you cannot defend your goalie, what the fuck are you doing? Literally, there were so many shots that could have been blocked, but the defense didn't know how to play. It's like whenever there was a penalty, I also said this in the group, whenever they had a penalty on them, they lost the momentum. The offense didn't know what to do, and then the defense was like, "Oh, what? Penalty? Oh no! Let's let them score." Absolutely abysmal performance, a shameful performance. If they can't win against the Avalanche tomorrow at noon, look, I'm calling it. If they can't win against the Avalanche, who they let tie in first place with them. If they can't win, there's no way. I could not see them going to the playoffs. You'd have to change my mind because that performance last night was about as dry as California once was. Like it was one of the worst performances I've ever seen. And I know you hear me come on these videos. Oh, it was the worst performance last night. Oh my God. You heard the 9 minutes, 12 minutes, 15 minutes. 3 goals in just a span of like a couple minutes apart from each other. So how do you not expect me to say things like that? So Knights did awful. There's no way to put it. The only positive is that they scored a goal. That's the only positive I can find. And the only positive thing was Mark Andre Fleury, who did his damn best. But you know what? I'm going to say this. They made him look human. Because, look, Mark Andre Fleury does shit that you're like, what in the hell did he just do? What the fuck? Like, did he just do that? No way. Did he do a poke check? Did he really dive for that? Holy shit. Wow. Right? But last night, I'm sorry. I love my Fleury. I love my man Fleury. But he definitely had them strung up. They definitely had him strung up. And I hate to say that, but definitely the defense, even if we had only scored 1 goal, or if the Knights had only scored 1 goal, the defense could have helped out more, and they didn't because, well, they suck.